All right, up next we have our third presenter, Jack and Michael.
Can you hear me okay? Great. Okay, I want you to imagine this with me for a second. I'm sitting on my couch 7:30 Wednesday night, and I just finished a really good book on personal finance called Total Money Makeover by Dave Ramsey. I'm feeling good and excited and ready to start my next book on creating successful startups called Zero to One by Peter Thiel. I go to grab it from the bookshelf where I noticed the book I read last week on physical fitness, The 4 Hour Body by Tim Ferriss, is sitting right next to it. Strange, I almost forgot about it. Wait a second. Despite reading all these great books, I don't have the wealth of Ramsey, nor the body of Tim, and I don't run a unicorn startup like Peter. Thinking about it now, I've been reading all these fantastic books, but haven't actually taken the time to apply them, and I don't think I'm alone. I want to develop a platform that will enable every author to create a customized support program to help the readers achieve their aspirations and apply the lessons they learn from the books they read. Imagine Duolingo for reading books. With Gleanable, you will never forget the key insights you take away and actually have the support system you need to apply what you learn. The self-help industry is a $13 billion annual market, which includes 800 million in revenue from self-improvement books alone. When authors add Gleanable to their book, they will know that their audience will achieve better results and the authors will generate additional revenue in return. We know consumers want to get more out of the books they read, and they can actually receive the results these books talk about by using the Gleanable app. The platform allows authors to create programs complete with interactive courses, habit tracking, voice memo note-taking capability, one-on-one coaching, and reminder notifications that go hand in hand with the content of their books. Our mission is to empower every reader to read with a purpose and take action to achieve their goals. At its core, Gleanable is a service to help readers apply what they learn and an opportunity for authors to connect with their fan base like never before. Thank you.
Thanks, Jack. So I'm an author myself, wrote a book that's on the wall there, so I can conceptualize with this, but as you described that, I envisioned a whole bunch of extra work for me as an author. So how do you make this, A, how do you make this easy for me as an author? And B, do I get to make money off of this if I go through that extra work?
Yes, most definitely. There will definitely be a revenue incentive for you. And are you familiar with Typeform?
Only by name, not
Okay.
not in any detail.
Yeah, so essentially, with this idea, we're going to build a website so you can create it on a desktop or your laptop. And it's essentially going to be plug and play, like very simple, no programming involved. And we'll also have a support team that can hold the author's hands through the process of converting the content of their book into an actual course and make it interactive.
Understand. Thank you.
So, love this idea. It was mentioned in 3-day business. So I'm liking how you took our notes from that one to this. I want you to actually take a look at Mighty Networks. They specialize in building online communities, specifically designed around all the things. You have a huge competitor in the building coaching program tech world. So you have to pitch it in a way where it's like, hey, coach, you want built this book, but I also know you want to build a course too. I'm going to get you two and done. You get to do both of these things instead of having multiple platforms where it's kind of like that Facebook, Instagram route where you're like at the mercy of that program. You're more like, I'm here to do it with you. So just a quick feedback to that. My curiosity is, what are you trying to do next in developing this idea?
Yes, next my plan is to find a CTO and someone who can actually help me develop this app and get an MVP going.
And Jack, is this something that the consumer will be charged for? Is it something that they buy? How does pricing and all that profitability stuff work?
Yes, the plan is to charge both the author and the reader. Initially, maybe for the first year, we would make a deal with the authors where it'd be free in order to get market traction, and then it would be a monthly fee for readers to use.
Have you?
All right, if
talked-
there are no more questions, we need to close it out. If we have one more question, we have time for one more question.
I'm just curious how many authors you talked to, and were you able to do some customer discovery around this idea?
Yes, I've talked to one author and another publisher, and so far the feedback has been positive. And I really think like, and I'm a big reader and I love reading self-help books. And I've always found like there will be times where they'll like recommend you to actually like, write down like X, Y, and Z. But as a reader, I always just keep reading and I don't actually like stop and take the time to apply it. So I think a lot of people, if there's an actual app that you could go to and it could track it for you and send you reminders to kind of hold your hand through the process, people could really achieve their goals with the reading.
Thanks, Jack.